Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I'm Mr. Hayden. I'm not Mr. Hayden, I am Hayden. This is the Mr. Hayden YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, I've been selling for over 5 years now. I've done over 1.5 million. I sell in the UK and the USA. I also own an advertising PPC agency where we manage people's spends on Amazon, making sure they are spending efficiently at a really low cost to them on Amazon through PPC. So in this video, I want to talk about winning long-term on Amazon. With the experience that I've gained in the last few years and the people that I've helped and things like that, I want to just explain how I think you can learn to win long-term, because I have been winning long-term, right? Depending on what you think winning is, all I can say is I've been paying myself a healthy salary from the business every single month for a long time now, and we have a lot of reserves left over in the account as well. So I would consider that sustainable long-term growth, right? So how do you win long-term on Amazon? Now, it's quite a good time to do this video. By the way, I haven't got any masterminds to say, I haven't got any courses to say, anything like that. This is just me to you, honest, sort of my opinion on how you can do this stuff. I'm not going to try and upsell you into courses and stuff like that. I don't have any of that stuff, right? The closest thing I know, the best place you could learn about like doing bundles on Amazon, for example, is the Hive from my mentor Natalie. She's helped me do a lot of this stuff as I've grown and adapted in the Amazon space. That's the only thing that I can think of recommending you, right, that I will ever mention on this channel. I'll leave a link for that in below. You can get 50% off if you type in Hayden Hayden into the coupon. But I'm never going to be selling you anything. That's just a reference, by the way, that I go to for anyone that is looking for training. That's the only one that I can think of that I would actually personally recommend, but I don't have any training to sell you. So just get that out of the way there, right? First of all, in the video. Winning long-term on Amazon is a mindset thing, right? Because here's the thing. There's a good time to do this video because there's recently been a new bundle policy update where some people are actually getting suspended from creating bundles on Amazon. Now, a lot of people are saying, is this the end of bundles? Is this the end of selling on Amazon, etc., etc.? And the truth is, Amazon does this type of thing a lot, right? Every 6 to 8 months on Amazon, you will get different policy updates, different regulations put in front of us, and different ways that Amazon are trying to make life harder for Amazon sellers. That's not what they're intending to do, but that's what happens, right? For example, HFSS regulations. Now, that was a new health thing in the UK that came in by the government. Amazon had to also adapt Amazon around that. Therefore, you're no longer allowed to legally, within Amazon legally, advertise products that are HFSS regulated that are not healthy. And anyone that does could be subject to precautions. Now, when that came in, everyone was really worried about that. And a lot of people thought you were no longer going to be able to sell grocery products and sugary products and stuff like that. But fast forward to now, 1.5 2 years later, it's all fine. It's all blown over, right? There was the thing with the inventory storage levels as well some time back, where literally overnight people were getting thousands and thousands of units put into stranded because they had exceeded their new storage limits. And that was what we found out later on, that Amazon were just struggling for storage and they couldn't hold the number of items that people needed in the lockdown. So they were limiting storage by a lot. But what's happened 3 years later? No one even remembers that now, unless you talk about it and it's all over. So these things happen, and for 99% of cases, it's always adaptable, right? It's adaptable for the tenacious. This includes like the Section 3s that have popped up recently as well, by the way. A lot of people are getting the Section 3s. A lot of people got suspended, but the majority of them are getting their accounts back. And there's like a system people have created right now to get most people's accounts back. Most people that have been suspended have got their account back within a few weeks. Now, I'm not saying these are pleasurable things that you should enjoy, but I'm saying they are what happens on Amazon, right? It happens, and this kind of stuff you just have to take on the chin as best you can and just get through it. And your mindset helps with this stuff as well. Now, am I an expert at this? No, right? No. This stuff gets to me, but you have to adapt with it, and you can't let it worry you, because there's always a way to win on Amazon for the tenacious. With selling on Amazon, all you have to do at the end of the day is remember there's billions of people buying products on this platform every single year, right? There's multiple marketplaces. There's multiple selling strategies, right? So even if, which is unlikely because there's usually a workaround, but let's just say, for example, bundles got, there was an issue with that and no longer we could do that, right? It's not going to happen overnight. If it was that, which by the way, it's not, right? Like we're 99% sure the bundles are going to be totally fine. It's just, you're going to have to start editing the titles a bit different and do things a little bit different with the EAM barcodes and stuff like that. That's for another video. But if, for example, bundles did get, gone overnight and all of a sudden you can't do it, that'd be very strange for one, because there's millions of bundles on Amazon. So usually there'd be a workaround for it. But let's just say worst case scenario there wasn't. Then you'd have to pivot into something else. There's always a way to pivot into another form of selling. And I bet that something would replace bundles if that happens. Something would replace selling bundles and there'd be a new way of selling. So what I've learned in the 5+ years of selling on Amazon and obviously managing a lot of clients with my advertising agency as well, speaking to multiple people all the time, is this. There's always a way for the tenacious, and there's usually 99% of the times a workaround. There's usually a workaround. And if you sell on Amazon properly, and if you're not breaking any of the big laws and you're selling like illegal goods and stuff like that, whatever, obviously counterfeit goods, then there's usually a good opportunity for you if you're willing to work hard and if you're tenacious, right? I think the issue is quite a few people are actually lazy because they come into this business model because they were sold by some sort of guru that sold them into a £5,000 course. And they were told it was going to be a get rich quick sit on the beach thing, and then they realize it's not. So what I guess I'm saying is, if you're taking this seriously and if it's a real business to you, if you're willing to put in the work and sort it out, then whatever issue comes up, usually you can just get it sorted. And usually in a few months time later, after these big issues come up, like the bundle violation policy, like the HFSS stuff, like the storage limits and stuff like that, other stuff will keep coming up, but it becomes part and parcel of the business. So to win long term requires your mindset to understand that Amazon owns this playground, and it's the way your mindset reacts to this, the way that you can adapt to this, but also more importantly, the people that you surround yourself with. The Hive, for example, that I'm in, which I just mentioned, actually, funny enough, Natalie just covered the new bundle updates in there, the bundle policy for anyone that doesn't know. So now we know how to counteract this bundle policy as best as we can right now to this day. And if that changes, then we get updates there. And that's because it's surrounded by like a community of people like that are helping each other. And obviously Natalie being the pinpoint of that, helping with all that information. So surrounding yourself with the right people helps, but you need the mindset to understand that this isn't a joke. You can't just chuck listings on that are crap and use products that aren't actually what you're sending out, and have crap images and not do it properly, and not buy stuff from legit retailers and stuff like that. It's just a level of procedure that you're going to have, and to win long term on Amazon, you have to know that issues are going to come up, but you're going to get around them if you're willing to put in the work. And it's as simple as that. Guys, let me know if you've got any questions below. If you could jump on the Facebook group, the Mr. Hayden Facebook group, obviously it's completely free. If you've got any questions that you want me to ask on the YouTube channel, I'd recommend jumping in there, posting them on my Facebook group. And just tell me you want me to answer it on YouTube, and I'll answer that for you. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.